You're 74. You throw on your favorite old sweater, a little snug now, but still comfortable. You slip into your well-worn shoes. The soles are a bit thin, but they've carried you for years. And you head out for a walk, feeling good, until halfway down the street, your foot catches. You stumble, your heart pounds, your balance feels off, your hands are cold, and later that night, your legs ache in a way they didn't before. You wonder, is this just aging? But what if it wasn't? What if it was what you were wearing? Most advice for seniors says, green circle, stay active. Green circle, eat healthy. Green circle, keep your brain sharp. But almost no one talks about this. After 70, what you wear can quietly shape or sabotage your health. Because after 70, blood flow changes, sensory feedback weakens, muscle tone decreases, reaction time slows, body temperature regulation gets trickier, and every piece of clothing or footwear you choose helps or harms those systems without you even noticing. This video isn't about fashion. It's not about looking young or dressing trendy. It's about protecting your balance, your circulation, your body temperature, your confidence, your ability to live independently longer. In this video, you'll discover why certain clothes increase your fall risk without you realizing it, how cold hands and tight waistbands quietly harm your brain and heart, the overlooked dangers of popular senior footwear, and the simple shifts in dressing that can keep you stronger, safer, and more vibrant every single day. Light bulb. Because after 70, every sock, every sleeve, every sole matters. I didn't realize my heavy coat was making my heart work harder until the doctor told me, you don't have to suffer to stay warm. You don't have to stumble to stay mobile. You just have to dress with wisdom, not nostalgia. Let's dive into what no one else is telling you, but what your future self will thank you for. Wearing the wrong size increases your fall risk, and you may not even notice. Bill is 78. He still wears the same jeans he's had for years. A little loose around the waist now, a little baggy around the ankles, but they're comfortable, he says. One afternoon, he steps off a curb and trips, not because he was weak, not because he was clumsy, but because the hem of his own jeans caught under his shoe. I didn't fall because I'm old, Bill said. I fell because my pants forgot who I've become. The first truth. After 70, your body changes, but your clothes often don't. And that quiet mismatch can steal your balance before you realize it. When you were 40, loose cuffs, long hems, wide sleeves were no problem. You were faster, stronger, quicker to catch yourself. But after 70, reflexes slow by milliseconds, enough to matter. Foot lift, the height your foot clears the ground, decreases. Proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position, weakens. And suddenly, a baggy pant leg or loose sleeve isn't harmless. It's a tripwire. What this feels like. You catch your foot on stairs more often. You feel off balance walking on uneven ground. Your hands snag on doorknobs or rails more often. You have tiny stumbles and think, that was clumsy. But it's not just clumsiness. It's your clothes quietly betraying your body's new needs. Why this happens? Sentimentality. These clothes have always been good to me. Economy. Why buy new if the old ones still fit? Invisibility. I don't even notice how they fit differently now. But your body notices in bruises, stumbles, and shaken confidence. Clothes that don't fit your body anymore don't fit your life anymore either. And that's not betrayal. It's growth. What you can do. Check your fit every year. Stand straight. Look at where pants, sleeves, and hems fall. If they drag, dangle, or flap. It's time for a change. Prioritize tailored comfort. Clothes should hug you gently, not grip or hang. Choose soft, flexible fabrics that move with you, not around you. Shorten, adjust, or let go. A good tailor can transform almost right into just right. And sometimes, letting go honors who you are now, not who you used to be. I tripped on my favorite old jeans. That's when I realized it's not the jeans' fault. It's my job to dress for the body I have now, not the one I remember. Deeper truth. Growing older doesn't make you weak, but ignoring how your needs change makes you vulnerable. Heavy, tight, or stiff clothes quietly stress your heart and blood pressure. Margaret, 75, always loved her classic wool coat. Thick, heavy. Solid. It had lasted her decades. One winter morning, she bundled up in her favorite coat and boots and headed out for groceries. But halfway down the street, she felt her heart pounding. Her breathing grew shallow. Her arms felt tired, just from walking. When she got home, her doctor checked her blood pressure. It had spiked dangerously high. Not from exercise, not from cold, but from the simple strain of carrying heavy clothes against an aging heart. The second truth. After 70, heavy, tight, or stiff clothing can become a silent enemy, forcing your body to work harder just to move, breathe, and stay upright. As we age, blood vessels become less elastic. The heart has to pump harder against more resistance. Breathing depth decreases. Muscles fatigue faster under weight. What used to be just a coat becomes a constant workout your body didn't agree to. What this feels like. You get unusually tired just from getting dressed. You feel short of breath on short walks. Your back or shoulders ache without clear reason. You experience lightheadedness or racing heart, even at rest. And often, you don't connect it to your clothes, because you've worn them for years. But your body's silent whisper says, "Help me, lighten the load." Why this happens? Fabrics from decades ago were heavier. Wool, leather, stiff denim. Seniors prioritize warmth, not realizing how weight affects circulation. Sentimental attachment. This coat has seen me through worse, but your heart now needs a different kind of protection, one that doesn't weigh it down. Warmth isn't measured by thickness. It's measured by smart layering and smart fabrics. What you can do. Switch to lighter layered clothing. Modern synthetics, thermal weaves, down jackets. All lighter than old wool. Choose flexible, breathable fabrics. Soft cotton blends, moisture-wicking layers. Protect warmth without adding stress. Check your coat's weight. If lifting it feels like a strain, wearing it will too. Prioritize mobility over bulk. You should be able to stretch, bend, and twist easily in your outerwear. I used to love heavy coats. They made me feel secure. Now I love lightweight warmth, because it keeps me moving longer. Deeper truth. After 70, protection isn't just about shielding from cold. It's about freeing your body to breathe, pump, and move with grace. Cold hands, cold feet. How bad dressing quietly hurts your brain and balance. David, 79, prided himself on being tough. "I'm fine," he'd say, slipping on thin socks and a light jacket even on chilly mornings. "Just a little cold. It'll pass." But over time, he noticed strange things. His hands would stiffen halfway through a walk. He felt lightheaded in stores. Some days, standing up too fast made him sway. It wasn't age, the doctor said. It was poor microcirculation, worsened by constant mild cold exposure. And it was starting to affect his brain, his heart, and his balance. The third truth. After 70, cold extremities aren't just uncomfortable. They're dangerous, quietly sabotaging your blood flow, your thinking, and your stability. Here's why. As we age, blood vessels naturally constrict faster and dilate slower. Cold further narrows vessels, especially in hands and feet. Poor circulation leads to less oxygen reaching the brain and muscles. This can cause dizziness, brain fog, increased fall risk, slower healing from small injuries. What this feels like. Your fingers feel clumsy when handling keys or buttons. Your steps feel less confident, like you're walking on uncertain legs. You have off days where thinking feels foggy. You struggle to warm up even indoors. And you might think, "I'm just getting older." But your body is whispering, I'm not getting enough warmth, and I'm paying the price. Why this happens? Older adults often feel less intense cold. Nerves become less sensitive. We underestimate how thin socks, low-grip shoes, or light jackets impact blood flow. Pride or habit. I don't need to bundle up like an old person. But the body doesn't care about pride. It cares about protection. Cold steals more than comfort. It steals clarity, strength, and stability, one chilly morning at a time. What you can do: prioritize warmth at the extremities. Invest in thermal socks, lined gloves, and insulated shoes. Dress in layers, even inside. A thin thermal base under regular clothes helps keep microcirculation healthy. Choose shoes with insulation and grip, prevents cold feet, and reduces fall risk. Listen to your body's early whispers. Cold hands and feet are early signs. Don't wait for dizziness. I thought chilly fingers were just part of aging. Now I know it's a warning, and I dress smarter because I still want to dance at 80. Deeper truth. After 70, protecting your warmth protects your brain, your balance, and your freedom. The wrong shoes drain your energy and steal your strength one step at a time. Patricia, 76, loved her familiar sneakers. Soft, flexible, easy to slip on without bending much. They felt comfortable. But after longer walks, she noticed something odd. Her legs would feel heavy. Her knees ached more. She felt slower, more drained, even when her spirit was still willing. At first, she blamed her age, but a physical therapist noticed. Her shoes had almost no arch support, no cushioning, and no grip. Every step was like walking through mud, exhausting her muscles quietly, day after day. The fourth truth: bad shoes don't just hurt your feet. They quietly rob your legs, your joints, your stamina, and your independence. Here's why. As we age, muscles weaken naturally, especially around the ankles and hips. Good shoes act as energy-saving tools, supporting, springing, stabilizing. Bad shoes force muscles to overcompensate, draining energy faster. Lack of grip or support increases the risk of falls, joint wear, poor posture, chronic pain. What this feels like: you're more tired after short walks. Your lower back, hips, or knees ache. You shuffle instead of stepping confidently. You avoid movement, not because you want to, but because it feels harder. And so, slowly, quietly, mobility shrinks. Not because of aging alone, but because your foundation isn't supporting you. Why this happens? Sentimental attachment. These shoes have been with me for years. Fear of change. I don't want bulky orthopedic shoes. Lack of awareness. If they're soft, they must be good, right? But softness isn't the only goal. Support, stability, energy return, those matter even more after 70. You can't build strength if every step is stealing it from you. What you can do: upgrade your footwear thoughtfully. Look for firm midsole support, cushioned heel, strong grip. Replace old shoes, even if they look fine. Shoe materials degrade over time, even if the surface looks good. Prioritize fit over familiarity. Your foot shape changes with age. Reassess sizing every 1 to 2 years. Choose shoes that feel energizing, not just soft. Walk around the store. Your shoes should return energy, not absorb it. I bought new walking shoes with real arch support. Now I go farther without even thinking, and I don't collapse into my chair afterward. Deeper truth. At 70, strength isn't just about workouts. It's about what's under your feet and how wisely you move with what you have. Dressing well after 70 isn't about vanity. It's about staying free, strong, and independent. For years, dressing well was seen as a matter of style, fashion, vanity, keeping up appearances. But after 70, the truth is different. Dressing well isn't about impressing others. It's about protecting your independence, your movement, and your spirit. Anna, 82, used to say, "Why bother with better clothes or new shoes? I'm not going to a gala." But after a bad fall, caused partly by slippery old shoes, she realized something deeper. The better she dressed for her body's real needs, the better she moved, stood, breathed, smiled. The longer she stayed active, social, and confident. Dressing after 70 is about checkmark preventing small stumbles that lead to big injuries. Checkmark supporting muscles and circulation without overloading the body. Checkmark maintaining warmth and protecting the brain from cold-related fog. Checkmark feeling good enough physically to still go places, see people, live life. What this feels like. You walk taller, steadier, more confidently. You go outside more often because it feels safe. You sit less and move more without thinking about it. You feel less like a burden and more like yourself again. Because when dressing supports your body, your mind follows. Why many ignore this? Fear of seeming vain at an older age. Habit. I've always worn this. Misunderstanding. Comfort equals anything soft and loose. But true comfort is deeper. It's freedom of motion, stability, warmth, and confidence. All at once. Dressing well after 70 isn't luxury. It's mobility insurance. What you can do. Rethink what comfortable means. True comfort supports blood flow, muscles, and safety. Not just softness. Upgrade with pride, not shame. Buying better clothes or shoes isn't giving up. It's fighting for your freedom. Honor your body as it is, not as it was. You're not failing because you need different clothes. You're adapting wisely to stay strong longer. The day I bought better shoes and a warmer coat, I stopped feeling old and started feeling alive again. Deeper truth. After 70, every thread on your body either weighs you down or lifts you up. Choose the ones that help you keep moving toward life. The clothes you choose after 70 are the bodyguards of your freedom. When you were younger, clothes were an expression, a way to show style, to fit in, to stand out. But now, after 70, there's something more important. They're the bodyguards of your freedom. Every sweater, every shoe, every glove you choose can either protect your balance, your heart, your brain, or quietly chip away at them. And you may not notice the difference after one day or 1 week. But over months and years, the wrong choices add up. So do the right ones. Because after 70, survival isn't about looking young. It's about moving wisely. Dressing smartly, living fully. Let's quickly remember. Gloves. Thin socks and bad shoes can steal your balance. Coat-heavy coats can exhaust your heart. Scarf, loose sleeves, and dragging pants can trip you before you know it. Build cap. Poorly chosen fabrics can freeze your circulation and fog your mind. But small, smart changes, they keep your body moving, your mind sharp, and your spirit brave. Because dressing well after 70 isn't about vanity, it's about dignity. Strength. Joy. Light bulb. What you can do today. Inspect your wardrobe like your future depends on it, because it does. Swap even one item. A better shoe, a warmer sock, a lighter coat. Treat your clothing like equipment for a great expedition, not just covering for the day. Your journey isn't over, and you deserve every tool that makes the road smoother. Speech balloon, final question. Have you ever realized that something you were wearing was secretly making your life harder? Leave a comment, even just #7 inches, if this video made you see your clothes differently. Right finger. Subscribe to Speech Balloon Longevity Talks Herb for more real, honest guidance to help you move smarter, live freer, and stay stronger after 60.